I like all of you, even though we've never met, because you're here and you're still breathing. So, if you like what you heard, I've got some merchandise over there. I hate asking about this stuff, but it helps me put some food in my belly, put a little gas in the gas tank. If you like what you hear, I have merchandise. Dead Horse has some stuff for sale. This one goes out to all of you because you're here tonight. This is for the heart still beating. In the field of forensic pathology, the term cadaveric spasm describes a very specific post-mortem phenomenon. When a person dies in an extremely violent or emotionally intense fashion, their fingers will freeze immediately in the shape of the last item held at that moment of death. Soldiers have been known to die this way in battle, as they clutch with the last fleeting might of their mortality the grip of a pistol, the handle of a knife. 2 months after gravity combined forces with bad luck to turn the clarity of my grandmother's eyes into confusion, death crept into her room to claim her. She did not fight this because she was sleeping peacefully. Her hands lay as flat as the Sahara. At her funeral, a man told us all that death should be a reminder no man knows the day nor the hour at which his time on earth will pass. Not one of us can pinpoint that moment when we will draw our final breath, but the thing we must all remember is to be ready. When spoken from behind the safety of a pulpit, that series of cliched aphorisms has a very specific meaning. It is designed to prey on the residual fear of hell lingering in the hearts of every member of that congregation. It warns that death is coming for you. And God will strike you down if you have not lived according to His law. But if you follow the rules, you'll be granted an eternity in an empire of His design. I was 22 years old. The first time bad chemicals came into my head, trying to make me believe that death had forgotten I existed and would need my helping hand. In the emergency room, I learned that death is a matter best left to the experts. As evidenced by my standing here in Columbus, Ohio tonight, I am no expert. For the next 7 hours, my body spasmed so as to evacuate that poison I had stupidly ingested. With every heave, my hands clenched tighter, gripping with all the defiance of an overthrow at the capital city, the anchor to a lifeboat, the reins to a pale horse. I grabbed death's wrist with my hands, peeled its clawed fingers away from my throat, and I decided I would live. In the hospital the next morning, a man told the group of us suicide survivors the fact that we were still standing and breathing was irrefutable proof it was not our time to go. There's still work left to be done. I admit some nights of hurricanes. Those chemicals creep back into my mind, trying to make me believe that all I need to do to become an expert in matters such as death is just give it a little more practice. On that night, and any others, I will ball my fingers into fists so I can remember to not go quietly into that darkness. When death comes to claim me, I refuse to greet it peacefully in my sleep, with my hands as flat as the vast expanse of desert, or trembling, fearful in the presence of some angry God. There are things far more deserving of all of our fears than death. Our lives unlived, our potential thrown away. Columbus, we've all been called according to our own purpose. We've already designed our own empire. We can create our own world. And there is truth in that we have no idea how many breaths are left in these lungs before we expire. But there's only one thing that has ever mattered, ever. And that is that we live completely. Leave nothing on our deathbeds